year.
Oh,
Hey, I'm Lady T, and who are you, lady?
I'm Amina from the Dream World podcast. Dream World
And
podcast.
we are here on this January 4th to talk about lucid dreaming. So I love dream. We both love dreams, just natural dreaming is what I'm into. Majority of people, I would even say 80% of people don't even recognize that they are dreaming. They don't remember their dreams. They can't recall their dreams. Um, and I come up with that statistic based on my own personal experience. Out of 10 people, eight people will say to me, I don't remember my dreams. And so I'm all into helping people recognize their dreams. Amina, on the other hand, has taken it up a level and she's the expert on lucid dreaming. Tell us how you end up getting into that, Amina.
So I started having like natural or spontaneous lucid dreams when I was a child. So I always kind of knew how to do it, not intentionally. And then I really got into it though when I started to learn that you can induce lucid dreams. And this is something that you can do on command and you can research. And I found a whole community, started a podcast. So when I started to try to practice, I obviously got better and I started having frequent lucid dreams. I started to learn how to stabilize my dreams, which we'll get into. And I started to learn how to control my dreams as well. So, yeah, it just takes practice. It's a learnable skill that anybody
Right.
can get better at.
And how old were you when you started doing this and practicing doing it regularly?
I was like in college, so like in my early 20s.
Okay, okay. That's great. And I gotta say, I did not practice. I don't practice because I need my sleep. So so I randomly, spontaneously lucid dream. Hey Soldier Girl, hi Alicia, hi Norma, Mohammed, Woodswork, Penny. Thanks you guys for joining. So I need sleep, and I've been raising kids literally for the last 30 years. My oldest is 30, my youngest is 16. So I can honestly say for the last 30 years, I need my sleep. I got very little sleep. And hey, Amber, JC. And so lucid dreaming is phenomenal, but it is something that you have to put some work into. And normally when I go to sleep, I'm out. And I'm only out for about 3 hours and then I'm up. And that's been for the last 30 years. So so tell us, Amina, how to do this. Because now the kids are older, I can practice a little bit more. Hi, Allison.
Yeah, you don't have to miss out on your sleep to do this. It does take some practice and conscious effort, though. Um, I want to start by defining lucid dreaming because
Yes.
some people, there's some misconceptions there. Lucid dreaming does not mean you can just control everything, okay? Lucid dreaming means that you're aware of the fact that it's a dream. So you're in the dream and you know that it's a dream while it's happening. And that's a spectrum of conscious awareness. So you can be lucid and maybe not control the dream, or you can be kind of semi lucid where you think it's a dream or you're suspicious of something, or you can be fully lucid with full dream control. Dream control is a separate skill. So just because you're lucid doesn't mean you can control the dream.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's what that means, just for anybody wondering. Um,
And that's
and
important. That's important because lucidity is a little bit is a different thing altogether. Let me say this right quick. You guys who are joining us, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us. If you don't mind, double tap the screen for us. Double tap the screen. It puts out the notice that says that we're here. So TikTok can send more people. It doesn't cost you anything to double tap. We also have to say, what's the other things you're supposed to say? Follow me, like me, tap on me, love on me. Give us the
just support.
right support. There you go. Double tap and fill us up and follow and all of that. Hey
Yes.
Ali, hi Brick City. Okay, so go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Okay. No, no, you're good. Interrupt at any point. I mean, we both have things to say. But yeah, welcome everybody. I'm so bad at like managing lives and saying hi to everybody. So it's good that you remind me to do that.
Hey Blake.
So in terms of getting started, you are doing well, okay? Because you already care about your dreams. You write down your dreams. Um, so that's a good start. For anybody listening, if you're interested in getting started with lucid dreaming, start a dream journal. That's literally the foundational practice. In order to start having lucid dreams, because you have to remember them and you have to build your dream recall. That's step one. And start reading about it, start researching, start learning things about it, starting to like plant the seed in your head that you will be dreaming. And there's a lot of techniques that you can try, but even just by starting to read about it, you might start to have spontaneous lucid dreams. So it does take some practice and dedication. So try not to get frustrated expecting like instant results. Um,
And
but
that's really important. That's
yeah.
very, very important because it will not happen immediately. I mean, for some people it does, but for most it doesn't. And it does not. And I am one who I do practice, and it does not happen for me. And which is another reason why I'm like, skip it. I can't be sitting around trying to dream. And yeah.
So why do you think you can't lucid dream?
I think I can, but it just doesn't happen with my conscious effort. It'll happen sporadically when it does, but every time I
Okay.
say, so I can say, I think the last time we did this live and we were talking about lucid dream was like in October. And for 5 days straight, I was all into, I am going to remember this dream. I'm going to go, you know what I want to do in my lucid dream? I want to go swimming with the whales. I want to be with the whales. I want to be in the water with them. And I haven't had a whale dream yet. On the other hand, let me say this. I have had a whale dream that I faintly remember, but I haven't gone lucid in that dream. So it was several days of me, prepping my brain to go swimming with the whales. And every morning I wake up, did I do it? Did I? And no recall. And one morning I was like, did I? Ooh, I got a faint glimpse of me swimming with the whales, and then it was gone. I was like, did I do it? I don't know. But nothing lucid. So it hasn't happened immediately for me.
Okay, this is good. So you brought up a good point. Um, Hold on. Somebody said I'm echoing, but I don't know how to fix that. So sorry, guys. So something you said is really important for learning to lucid dream, which you've already done this step. I'm treating this like I'm gonna be your lucid dream coach, which I am. So we're gonna every time in these lives, like I'm gonna help you out, and I'm gonna make sure you have a lucid
Okay.
dream.
Okay.
So the thing you said that's really important is the dream plan. Okay, have a dream plan if you want to know how to lucid dream, or if you want to start lucid dreaming. You have to be prepared for it. Don't have the limiting beliefs of like, oh, I suck at this and I can't do this. Like, erase that from your brain, because you want to tell yourself that you're going to do this, you're good at this, you're a natural. What you tell yourself matters. um, and then so you have a dream plan, meaning what do you want to do when you get lucid, and what does that look like? So when you're in the dream, what do you do? What do you try to do? What do you say? How do you feel? um, and you can even write this out, be as specific as possible. And every night when you go to sleep, use your dream incubation techniques, or meditation or prayer or whatever, to think about your dream plan. And you're going to basically tell yourself, like, this is how my dream is going to go. I'm incubating a lucid dream. And constantly, all throughout the day, just randomly have your dream plan in your mind and think about it. And what you do throughout the day is really what's going to make you lucid. So um, the dream plan and the reality checks, which I'll get into. But so yeah, the reality checks, I guess I'll talk about next, because that's kind of goes hand in hand, and helps me get lucid a lot. What you're going to do is you're going to look at your dream journal. Okay. And I'm sure you already have some common dream symbols that you know of, or things that you dream of. So like, for example, what are some things like in the past couple months that pop up a lot in your dreams, like objects or people, or is there anything?
I hate to sound like one of those people, but my dreams are about as random as me. So I know people talk about, that symbol that always shows up in their dreams. My dreams can be anything from, uh, yeah, no.
What about like even environments, or like types of structures? It can even
So,
be vague. It doesn't have to be a
so
specific object.
okay, so yes, a dream symbol could be when I dream of my childhood home.
Okay, there you
I,
go. Yes, something
yeah,
that comes up a lot. It could also be emotions or themes, or like actions,
yeah.
It doesn't have to be like a person or an object. Um,
Thank you for
and
following. Thank you for liking.
and you can also do this, like, even if you can't think of a dream symbol, you can do this just by using dream signs, like things throughout your day that seem weird or dreamlike. So what you're going to do is you're going to start having moments of reality checks.
Okay.
And you can start doing this tonight or tomorrow even, and it doesn't take much effort at all. So this is what I say, lucid dreaming doesn't take away from your sleep. It's because most of the work to get lucid is done while you're awake. Really, truly. So it's about the mindfulness. So throughout your day, start tomorrow. This is your homework, okay? You're
Okay.
going to go throughout the day looking for dream signs. Now, it can be homes, okay? Any type of home. It doesn't have to be your childhood home because who knows, you might not go there. But maybe every time you enter a house or your apartment or a building that kind of resembles that. Or maybe just randomly throughout the day, if you think of lucid dreaming and remember about it and remember your dream plan, do a reality check. If you see a type of building, do a reality check if you enter a building, or give yourself little targets that might happen in your dream. And the key is to
Explain,
do them
explain reality
automatically.
check. Explain reality check for us, Amina.
So, a reality check is something that you do throughout the day where you test your environment to see if you're dreaming. And it feels silly at first because, like right now, I know that I'm not dreaming, or at least I think that I'm not dreaming, but that's how I feel in a dream like, oh, this is real life, right? So, if I get into this habit of doing a reality check, eventually it'll translate over into my dream. So, here's some examples. A reality check can be anything, you can make up your own. Some common ones are, what I like to do is I pull my finger. So right now nothing's happening, right? And I just do this all day long. Every time I think of dreaming, I'll just go like this and make it mindful. Don't just do it mindlessly. Like really try. Like
Right.
as if this is a dream, it'll pull like rubber and I'm like surprised every time. You can even do a mental one. Like, what was I doing before this? Try to track your narrative of your day because in a dream, you have no logical narrative. So when you try to do that, you'll be like, wait a second, I'm dreaming. So the goal is to do this.
Hang on, because that one won't work for me. Because all day long I'm going, wait a minute, what was I just doing? Wait, why did I get in this room? Wait a minute, what was I? I literally get in the car and drive off and go, wait, where am I going? Oh, I have to drop her off at school and keep going. Yeah. So yeah, so the pulling the finger is better for me than
Yeah.
checking what am I doing? Because yeah.
Yeah, find what works for you. I'm just giving examples. There's
Right.
mental and physical reality checks. I like physical ones better. They're more tangible and they're easier to notice. But everyone's different. Other physical ones, literally, you can make something up, like anything that will work funny in a dream. So, like, if I have my tablet and I try to stick my hand through it, nothing's happening right now. I'm really trying with all my effort, hoping that this is the time that it's going to stick right through the tablet into another dimension. The key is to try with all of your effort and all of your mindfulness because you're really trying to convince yourself this might be the moment that I'm in a dream and I'm just going to be like, okay, this is dumb, but let me try it anyway. And then you're like, something crazy happens, you know? So just be mindful, whatever reality check. Sometimes I just jump in the air and try to fly, like, and sometimes I just plug my nose and try to breathe, and I can breathe every time in a dream with my nose clogged. So pay attention to what happens in your waking life. When you try to do the reality check, really imprint it in your mind what happens so that you can recognize it when something dreamlike happens as a result. And the key, like a lot of people set reminders on their phone to do reality checks, but I don't like that because your phone is not going to remind you in a dream. So try
Right.
to remember on your own, just like randomly, even if you'd remember once a day. It's about quality over quantity. So just set that habit of like taking a second to like be mindful and stop and smell the flowers, so to speak. And if you do them when you think of dreams or see dream-like things, eventually it'll happen in the dream. And that's just one thing you can do to increase your chances of getting lucid. I mean, there's so many techniques, but that's one that I like a lot that I recommend to beginners and that I think will work for you.
I like that too. Let me say, because we have a lot of new people joining us. Thank you guys for joining. Can you all hear us well enough? Is there echo? Someone type in here. Let us know if you can hear. We're talking about lucid dreaming and how to become aware in your dream that you are dreaming. Are you guys hearing us well? We're streaming through. There is an echo with her.
I
Maybe
wonder if
one
it's
of
how I have my phone.
yeah, maybe one of them you can cut. You can
Hmm.
cut the sound on maybe StreamYard.
Is there an echo when I hold my phone up? Let me try to put my phone over here. Honestly, this is so hard. I don't know how people do this.
Yay,
There's
you
the
found it,
I
Laura.
fixed it. No, I don't know if I fixed it or not.
There's a little echo. Peaches says there's a little echo. Hi, Lizzie.
Okay, well, sorry guys, I don't know what to do about it.
And I turned my sound down on the phone so it's not echoing through me.
Yeah, no, it's definitely me. I just can't figure out why.
What if you take the
If I
headphones?
take the headphones off, I'll echo more because the sound will come from my computer.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why is it
Hey,
doing?
Cola Boo. So we're talking about lucid dreaming and how to become aware in your dream that you are dreaming and hopefully have some type of control. Because what is the power? I mean, you said that you lucid dream doesn't necessarily mean that you are controlling the dream, but I mean, what's the purpose of why would I want to lucid dream if I'm not controlling the dream?
There's a lot of reasons for it. I mean, first of all, it's just awesome to be in a dream and be aware of the fact that you are inside a dream. It's like you're experiencing being in a different state or like a different dimension. It's a really
Yeah.
freeing feeling. And there's a lot of things you can do, whether you're lucid or not. I mean, for one, you can like get more messages out of the dream and really take it in and you remember it more. But for the most part, you can practice starting to control the dream. So eventually you will be able to do your dream plan. And maybe you try some things and it doesn't work the first time. And then the second time you get lucid, you try again. And then maybe the third or fourth time you do your dream plan. And it's really rewarding. Like, it's like when you're practicing for something really cool. And then little by little, you get better at it. And then eventually you're able to do it. And there's so many things you can use lucid dreaming for. I mean, spiritual stuff, mental health, healing stuff, having fun and flying around, talking to dream characters, creative inspiration with like no limits of physical reality or like materials or anything.
Give us
It's
an
cool.
example of healing. Give us an example of mental healing through
Yeah.
lucid.
I mean, I could give you a personal example of mine. Um, I had a lucid dream once. I think maybe I've told you this before. Um, but I was really in a hard time of my life. Okay. I was like really depressed. I was like going through this breakup. I was like going through it. Okay. Um, and then I had a lucid dream. I started off, I was not lucid, but then I became lucid because I realized that I was at the place that we used to live at and I didn't live there anymore because we had broken up. Um, and so I became lucid and then I remembered like, oh, I'm depressed. Like, great. As soon as you become lucid, you like remember how you feel because you're there consciously, right?
Mm.
But it wasn't as bad because I was lucid, so it was fun. And then I screamed out to the dream. I was like, please, like, send me like a spirit guide or somebody to help me because I'm going through it right now and I don't know what to do, basically. And that had kind of been my dream plan, was like, how can I heal from this?
Mm.
And so I asked the dream, like literally with all my heart, like I almost like cried out into the dream. Hey guys, welcome. Hey Jesse, good to see you in here. Um,
Has the echo died down?
I don't
Peaches?
know. If
Do
I
you
have an
guys?
echo, I'm sorry guys. I don't know how to fix it.
Let me
It's
see if
like
they can
I'm
still hear
learning.
echo because
Okay.
I turned my tablet down a little bit just to see.
I don't think it's you. I think it's me.
It's still there, Laura, or
Oh, or
is not?
maybe it is yours.
It's better. Okay, I turned my phone down. She says
Oh,
it's
so maybe it is because is your sound coming out your computer and your?
coming out of my. It's gone. Okay, Jeffrey says
Okay,
it's
cool.
coming out of my. I turned it down.
Hey Tifo, yeah, you can share your dream in the comment, and then once I'm done talking, I'll address it. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this echo. It's my first time trying to stream to like a bunch of different places at once, so I'm figuring it out. Okay, it's my first day out here.
We're trying to work it out.
Yeah. So anyway, I had this dream, and
She said it's
then
gone now. Okay, good.
oh, okay, cool.
Thanks, Renita.
But yeah, guys, drop your dream in the comments. I'll get to the comments eventually. So I had this dream, and so okay, so a spirit guide literally came out of nowhere in the dream, like literally through the wall or something. And it was just like this Indian looking guy, and he was like, "Oh, your spirit guide wants to see you. Come with me. Follow me." I was like, "Oh, okay." And he said they've been asking to see you, or they've been waiting for you, or something like that. So then he took me through the wall, like Harry Potter style, through this wall.
Wow.
And I literally just was talking about this dream today when I was recording a podcast because I published it in online a few places. So it's um, I love telling it. So they took me through the wall, Harry Potter style, and then there was my spirit guide in this room, and it was all white. and it was like this, like, I don't know, it was like an Indian looking lady, like very majestic, wearing this like white, like red clothing, and she was just like beautiful and like radiating this like love energy, right? Um, and then she told me like close the door behind you, and then I closed these double doors behind me in the dream. Let me set this up better, which was symbolic, like, you know, close the door. So
Mm-hmm.
I did. And then she was like, grab my hands. And she grabbed my hands, but I was like this, like spread out. And then we start spinning around like this. And like this magical music starts playing. Like I can't even describe how magical it was. It was
Wow.
like this magical spiritual sound that just starts playing. And we start spinning. And like I couldn't see her anymore. I saw like this magical forest. And we were like spinning and dancing through this forest for like 10 minutes. And this song was playing. And I was like, through my hands, I was like this. She was like injecting me with like love and healing. Like literally, it was coming from beyond me. I cannot even describe it to you.
Wow.
Like it was like literally injecting me with love and healing. And it was something like that I could not have done myself because I was in a really dark place. And then we just keep spinning and spinning. And I remember feeling like, oh my God, I want to be here and remember this song forever. Like I was very thankful. And then I felt that I felt her letting go. So like I felt her like slowly like this, and I wanted to hold on, but I knew she was like, no, it's time for you. You got this from here. You got it from here. And then as soon as she like completely let go, I slowly woke up back into my body. And I swear to God, I was healed. Like, I don't know what happened. Like the night before I was depressed and crying. All of a sudden I felt okay. Like she took the pain away from me and like
Yeah.
gave me love and healing, and I felt better. I felt like I could handle things. From that day on, I was over it. Literally. I got over it in one day because of that dream. And I
Wow.
never looked back. And that's just one example. Like my dreams have healed me in so many ways.
Wow. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, and I didn't control that. I mean, I asked for a spirit guide, but after that, I didn't know what was going to happen. Like, you might control some aspects of the dream, but the dream can still give you messages if if you're lucid and you're aware of it.
Right. And so, some people will say that that was a spirit, that was real, true spiritual guide. You were in another dimension and you were healed. And then some people would say it's the psychology behind it. It's your mind playing tricks on you, and yet it still healed you, right? Because your mind can play tricks on you and heal you all the time. That's what we call the placebo effect, right? The doctor gives you a sugar pill and says that this is the latest and greatest in chemotherapy. And there are a certain percentage of people who will take that and literally be healed from it. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter, right, whether it's real or not. If a placebo, a sugar pill heals you, it doesn't matter if that thing was real or not. Same thing when it comes to a dream where you end up being healed, right? If it was a psychological game that your mind played with you, or you really entered another dimension and was healed, you walked away healed.
Yeah, thanks. Jesse on my page says that the echo is because you don't have headphones. I figured that was the case, but we're just
Oh,
gonna rock with it, okay? We're gonna rock with it.
okay. Can I
uh,
get the headphones?
it's okay. I'm not worried about it. What is real? What is fake? I mean, interesting thing about placebo is like if it works, that's a real result, and it's not even like tricks either. Our minds are always working on solving problems for ourselves while we're sleeping. Your mind is always trying to work through things. And dreams are like our internal therapists. So there's a lot of
Right.
psychology behind the idea of our dreams helping us solve problems and work out possibilities and things like that. So lucid dreaming can be really helpful in that way. I mean, there's so much science on using lucid dreams to heal PTSD and trauma and nightmares. I mean, all of this has been proven with research. So even if it is placebo, I mean, if it's providing a real result, and even if I you know faked it or whatever, I don't know,
Right.
I woke up feeling better. It
Ex-
worked.
A healing is a healing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay,
Thanks,
let me see if I,
Jesse.
you keep talking. Let me see if I can get my daughter's headphones. And wait, am I plugging the headphones in,
Into your phone.
not into my tablet?
What are you going live on?
I'm live on the phone and I'm on streaming yard on the tablet live.
Oh, well then, either one, because I think it's echoing because you're on both at once. So I
Okay.
think either one.
All right. Keep talking. Let me go get
Okay.
it for my daughter.
I'm gonna talk to my peoples here. Lady T is so funny. I love her. Yes, Jesse. I'm trying to go live more. So I just started StreamYard, okay? And it's my first day out here, but I'm currently right now live on Facebook, 2 Facebook accounts, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, X, and Twitch. So we're working it out, okay? We're trying. But yeah, somebody in the comments said they wanted to share your dream. So if they're still here, please share. I would love to read it. Stacked. What that mean? Oh, yeah, all of my lives. Yeah, I'm trying to go live more because I think it's important, like trying to just have these conversations and, use the algorithm more. So it's been really fun. And I think it can help because I'm going to help Lady T lucid dream. So I'm sure it'll help you too, Jesse. Don't think I forgot about you. Hey, Satana, welcome. Hey, Kyle, what's up? Welcome. Hey, Jazz. Give me likes, guys. So somebody asked me too earlier about dream stabilization, which I'm going to talk about too, because once you get lucid, like I want you guys to be prepared to stay in the dream for a while. It's very common when you first have a lucid dream to wake up very quickly or get so excited. Like it even happened to me when I first started inducing lucid dreams. I would get so excited that I would wake up and it would make me lose grip of the dream. And that doesn't mean it's going to happen to you every time, but it's pretty common. So I do tell people just to be prepared for that. And I talk about how to lengthen the dream and just stay calm, keep your cool. That's why the dream plan is also important so that you don't panic and forget what you wanted to do. You have it already in the back of your mind because you've been thinking about it so much. You got your headphones?
I got my headphones. My daughter said her headphones aren't good for microphones, so.
Oh, really? And now on TikTok, it says you're reconnecting.
All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you through StreamYard. On TikTok, you went bye-bye.
Let me see here. All right, can you guys hear me on TikTok? Because the headphones are actually connected to my iPhone. Can you guys hear me on TikTok? Girl, lots of people on TikTok. I don't even know if anybody's there on TikTok. What does it say I have here? Oh, 12 people.
Hey, better than my little 3. I love y'all little 3.
Okay, Laura said you can hear me. And has the echo gone away?
Yeah, a little echo never hurt.
All right. Okay, so I guess it's better now. Okay, so Laura can hear me. She's still here. Oh, it's 13 people. Somebody wants to listen to some echoing voices. That irritates the mess out of me.
I understand. We're trying our best.
On pause.
At least we showed up. I can see you on TikTok.
Ew. How's my screen on pause? I'm seeing it. It looks
I
good
see
to
you.
me.
It looks good to me too.
It's moving around. Okay, maybe it'll pick up in just a second, Laura. Hey, Queenie. Probably on the tab. Okay. All righty. So go ahead. We'll finish up.
Okay.
I got to be aware that I got a face sitting up here on the tablet, although my TikTok is up there. And you're looking at my nose. Don't look at my nose. Anyway. Okay, so you were talking about the healing that you received. Oh, and then you were talking about something else. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want to go with it? Because I'm helping you here too.
So yes. So the healing, I love the idea of, like you said, not necessarily controlling the dream, but experiencing what you need or what you want to experience. Right. That's what I like that idea. And the reason why lucid dreaming wasn't something that I would practice or try to practice or try to learn is because I was always thinking, I got to go to bed. I got to take, reality checks while I'm asleep. I got to know what I'm going to ask for when I get in a dream. Once I fall asleep, I got to remember to ask the same question. Um,
Yeah. Well, right there, you're telling yourself that it's tedious and unmanageable. So let's eliminate this limiting belief that you have.
right,
Um, oh, Kyleson says, discipline purposes and have been lucid dreaming every single night for 2 months. That's awesome. And what have you been doing, Kyle? Tell us in the comments because we're trying to learn here what you've been doing. But limiting beliefs are huge because it really isn't that much effort. I mean, you don't have to do wake back to bed where you wake up in the middle of the night, and that's just one thing. I mean, I like that method a lot personally, but it's not for everybody because some people can't go back to sleep. Um,
right,
and another thing too that you might want to figure out for yourself when you experiment this is you play around with when you wake up. Because for me, when I do wake back to bed, I go back to sleep easily. So I don't know about you. If you have trouble going back to sleep, maybe this isn't for you.
right.
But you don't have to try it at 3 a.m. My best wake back to bed is like 6 to 7 a.m. and then I go back to sleep, and from 7 to like 10 I have lucid dreams. That's my prime time, is the morning. Um, but if wake back to bed doesn't work for you, then forget that. Try reality checks during the day. During the day, that mindfulness will really carry over, having that dream plan and setting intentions. Like, you already know how to do incubation. So tell yourself tonight, like, I will know that I'm dreaming. Like, I will know that I'm dreaming. And another good skill to practice that's related to lucid dreaming is perspective memory, which is basically reminding yourself to do something in the future. So, for example, when you go to the grocery store and you tell yourself, okay, I need to remember to get eggs and milk, that's perspective memory, because then when you go to the grocery store, you remember, okay, I told myself eggs and milk. So same thing, you say, I'm going to remember that I'm dreaming tonight. And then when you're there in the dream, you implanted that seed in your brain, so you're going to remember. And there's ways to strengthen your perspective memory that, again, will translate into the dream. And you can do this with the reality checks. So set your intention tonight, and then tomorrow morning, give yourself targets. Okay. So, for example, give yourself like 3 targets. Okay. When I get to work or wherever you're going tomorrow, where I get to my destination, I'll do a reality check. When I get home, I'll do a reality check. And when I eat lunch, I'll do a reality check. Or whatever. Just give yourself some target moments throughout the day. And
Right.
then when you reach those target moments, you'll be like, oh, I'm here. I remembered. And then do your reality check. And if you forget or if you don't catch it, that's okay. Just try to get the next one. But this is like a skill that you're going to practice. And then your perspective memory will get better and it will help you lucid dream. It might sound silly, but it's like one of the key, like, secondary skills for lucid dreaming.
Mm, mm. Okay, yeah, those are some good suggestions, really good suggestions. And it's great to have different ways of doing it.
Yes.
Like you said, that wake back to
Thanks,
sleep,
girl.
that doesn't work for me because once
Hmm.
I wake up, it's over. And I could have slept for 2 hours. Once I
Yeah.
wake up, I'm not sleeping again until later on that night when it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, different things work
So,
for different people. Like, it's really
right.
about trial and error and finding what works for you. So maybe like mild might work for you, which is as you're falling asleep, you're telling yourself affirmations, you're visualizing your dream plan. It's really good to visualize your dream plan. Like, play it like a little mental movie before you go to sleep. Like, oh, when I get lucid tonight, I'm going to do this and this and this, and picture it in full detail, exactly every movement you're going to do. And it'll become easier for dream stabilization when you get in the dream because you've already planned it out. So you'll kind of already know what to do.
Yes, yes. Okay, I have a couple of dreams here. I want to read. You have anything there?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's see. I had a dream where I am walking in a shopping mall in the airport, and there's a really tall, long, fake Christmas tree decoration with one seat, and I sat at once. I sat at once before. You could sit at the bottom of it facing the cookie shop. But then the dream went on, no, no, in a creepy voice. Went, oh, no, 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 in a creepy voice, and showed what was actually there, a Christmas tree bench. And oh, I read faster than he's typing, so still got some more type. Okay, there we go. The Christmas tree bench, and that there had never been a massive decoration like that before. I was in a YouTube. Okay, we're gonna have to come back and read the rest of that because I'm reading faster than he could type. Laura said that lucid dreaming are scary for me sometimes, so I start praying to get out of it. I wake up praying.
Yeah, I was talking about this today as well. So, a couple things on that topic. Dreams are thought responsive, okay, most of the time. So, if you're thinking, oh my God, I'm scared, this sucks, there's negative energy around me, that inside you is going to project onto the dream, and the dream is going to feel scarier. Or you might
Mhm.
find yourself in a scary dream. I mean, nightmares still happen. Just because you're lucid, that doesn't mean you can avoid nightmares. But there are things you can do, you know. For one, don't run from it, okay? In dream work, we face our fears, we confront things, okay? It's a good life lesson. So next time that happens, stay in the dream and make commands that you can use to change the dream into something positive. Approach it with love and even say to the dream, I don't want this dream. Give me another vibe. And you'd be surprised at how that transforms the dream. If you have like a scary dream character, you can ask it like, what are you trying to teach me? Or like, who are you? What do you represent? And this opening up this dialogue really transforms your lucid experiences. And it's kind of like a challenge of dream work to not run away from your scary dreams, because in life as well, in waking life, we have to confront scary things. Um, and you can also set the intention if you're like consistently disturbed by scary dreams or nightmares. Set the intention to have more peaceful dreams and rewrite the dream for yourself. Like as you're falling asleep or even journaling, rewrite it, and that plants the seed in your mind. And what you plant in your subconscious mind really does play a role in your experience. That applies to dreams and waking life,
And
as we
waking
know.
life.
Yeah. So, and also like look at what your life is like. Are you an anxious, stressed, and scared person all day in your waking life? Because if so, that energy is going to carry over into your dreams. So you might be the one bringing it in. I mean, there's lots of reasons people have scary dreams, but I really, really encourage you not to just wake up and get out, because you can change it. So next time, tell yourself a pep talk from within the lucid dream, like it's just a dream, nothing's going to hurt me, I'm fine. And you can almost kind of be assured because you know it's just a dream. So even though maybe you're in a scary environment, you know that you'll be fine. You can't die from a lucid dream. You know, it's like being in a video game. So give yourself a pep talk and tell yourself that.
And if you're going to pray in the dream, Laura, you might as well pray, call on the angels to come and, now you're lucid. Now, instead of praying to get me out of this, pray and call the angels to come and help me. I'm calling all the warrior angels and turn it into, something great and wonderful where you got the victory. Yeah. Anna Marie says, I realized I could control my dreams years ago, and now I do it all the time. Oh, super cool.
That is awesome.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A lot of us are natural lucid dreamers from childhood, and we just kind of
Yeah.
forgot.
Okay, so Tefo, I was reading the the dream, is basically saying that looks like he was looking at some YouTube. I'm looking at TEFO, so I'm assuming male for some reason. That's coming across as a male to me. I don't have a picture image. They are um, they were looking at some YouTube videos about the Mandela effect, and basically it just influenced the dream. And it showed up. And just like we were just saying, whatever you plant in your subconscious mind, whether it's something that you're saying out loud or you're telling yourself over and over again in your fears, in your conscious mind, or you're watching something on television, YouTube, social media, it will influence your dreams. It will also influence your daily life. It influences literally your world, your life, who you become. That's the reason why they say those first 6 years as children are the most important years in our life, because those first 6 years we have a almost empty subconscious mind, and all the things that are being planted in your subconscious mind from your culture, your upbringing, the commercials, the movies, all of that stuff is shaping you to become the person that you become. So much so that they tell us that 90% of our behaviors as adults are being controlled by our subconscious mind that was formed when we were 6 and under. So, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever goes in is in.
Yeah, it's such a formative time. And children are natural lucid dreamers for the most part. For one, because they don't allow limiting beliefs to hinder their imagination. They have more spiritual and open mindedness, which helps. And even biologically, like their brains, their brain waves are They spend more time in theta brainwaves, which is a more meditative and relaxed brainwave state because they're very much developing still. And that is prime for lucid dreaming, which you can also induce through sounds and headphones and like binaural beats and stuff.
You have any dreams over there to read?
No, my 3 little people in here are not very active, guys. So send me some stuff. You're making me look bad. Making me look like I have
At
no
least tap.
friends.
At least double tap.
At least double tap, dang.
Share. Yeah, double tap the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other suggestions? We said we'd do this for an hour, and we're just about hitting on an hour now. Any other suggestions for?
Girl, I could talk all day about this. Yes, I got suggestions.
Okay, go ahead.
For lucid dreaming. Okay, to get started. Okay, here's a tip because I did want to talk about dream stabilization a little bit, so I'll kind of talk about this too. Because you will get lucid very soon. I sense it coming, so I want you to
Yes,
be
yes,
prepared.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
and you can do it, and you're a natural, and it's not tedious, and it's not hard. All
It's
those
not. It's not. And it's easier now for sure, because my children are older. I was always
Mhm.
on alert, even throughout the night, which kept me awake and, not really able to dream as much as I wanted. I will say this when I take um, lotus flower in the powder form, that affects me differently than the tea form. The powder is so nasty. You stir it up in water, it doesn't even get absorbed by the water, so you have clumps and you have to swallow it down. It's very, very bitter.
Yeah.
But and maybe I'll just do it. I'll do it while we're sitting here on the phone because when we get off the phone, I'm not going to do it. But when I drink that, I do become lucid in my dreams, but I also have sleep paralysis, which I know a lot of people are afraid of that, but I'm not afraid of sleep paralysis. But I do become lucid. So I'm going to do that tonight. Let me do that while we're talking.
Yeah, that'd be a cool demonstration.
Okay. So you keep talking. I'm going to go grab it.
Okay, Kyle says, I've never been so immersed in dreams before. I've always wondered why I wasn't dreaming. Then I quit. Now I lucid dream practically every night. You quit what? Can you be more specific? Um, and there's a lot of reasons why people don't dream. Were you having like natural lucid dreams or did you start trying to induce it? I'm just curious. I'd love to hear more. And thanks for the likes and everything, by the way. Love it, the support. Um, so there's a couple reasons people may not dream. And for one, you just don't remember it. Okay, we all dream. You can fight me on it, but it's freaking true. We all dream. We just don't remember it. Um, if you say you don't dream, you just don't remember it. If you smoke weed, cannabis, whatever you call it, it suppresses your REM sleep, so you most likely won't dream. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say next. So that's why I stopped smoking weed as well, because I wanted to remember my dreams. And then also, if you have trauma or something that you need to work through, a lot of times our dreams will get blocked as a defense mechanism. So you might have to confront your demons in that way in order to start dreaming more. But I'm so happy that you did quit, Kyle, because now you have lucid dreams all the time. And every night is very impressive. What do you do
Wow.
while you're lucid? Comment below. I'd like to know what kind of things you do when you're lucid.
And Marie said her grandmother passed away 2 years ago and comes to see her often in her dreams. That's so nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yes, Tefo, I read what you said. Let me see if I can go through it again. I always know I
So it
dream,
seems like
but
what he's saying is that he had a shared dream almost. He recognized somebody and
right.
they clocked each other that they were both in the dream. I want to know, Tefo, like, what did he say what he did in the dream? It'd be so cool if you could ever see them in person. Dreams, I could see that I was another lucid dreamer. Yeah. Did you guys talk to each other or how did you recognize that it was another lucid dreamer? I think shared dreaming and mutual dreaming is very much possible. And I've also had lucid dreams where I'm talking to a dream character and they're like, yeah, I'm dreaming too. Like, I'm lucid. I live in this state or this country. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. Like, I have encounters with other lucid dreamers all the time. And you can say I'm crazy and they're just a dream character in my brain. Sure. But I believe that they're actually
Wow.
dream
So
characters.
Tefo said that we both nod in sync as to say, yeah, right. And we started laughing and the dream ends. We could clearly see she was another lucid dreamer because she looked just as shocked
Why is it
as
saying
I
my
was. For
lips?
the first time, I witnessed another lucid dreamer.
Oh, I think I think that it thinks my ginger ale is a beer because it just gave me a notification saying that my live is age restricted. That
Oh
sucks.
wow.
I think that's what it is. I can't think of any other reason they would do that.
Yeah,
Whatever.
they're a little weird. I noticed even today when I was typing in, I was doing captions, and the captions were all off. You know how they automatically pick
Hmm.
up, and I'm impressed at how the captions just pick up your words and and figures it out even if I stumble over words. But it was so off today. I was like, I wonder if they're using AI, a different
Mm,
form of AI, to do the captions now,
maybe they're
because it was
changing.
like the captions was trying to make sense of what I was saying, and it was changing the words to something I totally did not say. It was really weird. So
Did you go in there and edit it?
yeah, I had to edit. I had to edit a whole bunch of the words. You
That
never have to
sucks.
edit much when you do
Yeah,
captions.
usually like a word or two. That's weird.
Right. I had to edit a bunch. Because it was the video where I was saying, Mom, I thought you left me. And it kept saying, Mom, I thought you loved me. I didn't say, Mom, I thought you, I said left.
Wow.
Change that word. But it was a bunch of words. Okay, so this is Blue Lotus, the powder form. And it is
Just ground it
pretty
up, Blue
strong.
Lotus, basically.
Right. Yep. 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 So I'm going to put this in some water. And you can
Nice.
see how it just kind of sits right there on top of the water. It doesn't even sink, it doesn't even fall down.
So
And
you
then when I
just take it
stir it,
like a shot.
look, when I stir it, look, it's still
That do look
swimming.
nasty.
It's still dry on the spoon. My spoon is in the water, but it comes out dry. Look at that.
Wow.
So yes, I always hesitate to take this, but I have great dreams when I do.
Yeah, that's good. So don't forget your lucid intentions tonight.
I am lucid tonight.
Yeah, and if not tonight, maybe tomorrow or the next day. It's a patience game.
Look at this. It won't even break down into the water.
Gross. You just chug it. Hey, it's worth it.
It's
Jazz
worth.
says, where did you get that powder from?
My local health food store, for months they did not have the flour, the Blue Lotus flour, and all they had was the powder,
Mm,
and so that's
cool.
what I got.
If I have a online recommendation, I get my like dream herbs from thedreamjoint.com. A lot of local places will probably have it. I don't know where you live, Jazz, but thedreamjoint.com. He's a lucid dreamer herbalist friend of mine, and he's really cool. His products are all like organic and ships internationally. So if you need an online source, that's one that I trust. There's a premonition dream in my comments too. Kyle said he dreamt that his sister fell out with a friend, and he dreamt that they ran into each other at a bar. Within a week, they met at a bar. Sounds like a premonition
Oh
to me.
wow, wow. Okay, I'm gonna chug this down. Yeah.
That's really cool, Kyle. Thanks for sharing. Did, did you help him in the dream? Did you help the celebrity? Look at you struggling over there.
I'm gonna have great lucid dreams tonight.
Yes, love it.
Woo. Okay, it's easier to chug down some beet and carrot juice than
The
it is that.
chaser. That's funny. Yeah, I like Blue Lotus as a tea, which still doesn't taste great, but it's not as bad as that probably. It's less concentrated, and I mix in a bunch of flavors to mask it out, but it's just like earthy and kind of
Yeah,
gross.
very bitter, very earthy.
Mm.
To go back to meeting other people in a dream, Tefo said that. Let me go back for saying something else. So basically, I had a dream where I came across another lucid dreamer that had the same previous dream. So we had the same Mandela effect. When I realized she was a lucid dreamer, I had a weird sensation and felt illegal. I got kicked out.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot too. Um, and Jazz just asked me if I've met anyone in a dream and then met them in real life. And yes, I have. I'm actually about to post a podcast episode about this story. Um, but yeah, and also sometimes what he said about getting kicked out. That's interesting because sometimes I've noticed that too. Like my dream, there's almost like a force behind lucid dreams sometimes, and I don't know if it's like, and either I'll wake up or like a dream character will try to make me go unlucid when I start to like unlock too many things. And it's just part of the game of lucid dreaming, you know, when we get close to like reaching something like revolutionary, we just wake up. It's kind of interesting. A lot of people have that experience.
But talking about meeting someone, I was talking to this woman on Clubhouse, and she was surprised and shocked and was telling it almost out of fear. She said she had a dream where this guy just shows up in her face in her dream. So in her dream, just all of a sudden, this face is right there saying, "Listen, I know you can't do anything about this, but I need to say they're keeping us over here. They're holding us hostage," and just started telling her that we've learned how to remote view and show up in people's dreams, and they won't let us go. And then he disappeared.
That's deep. I believe that too. Like, I believe that us as humans, we're just now starting to learn how to travel astrally into
Mm-hmm.
dreams or other planes of existence. We're just on the cusp of figuring this out. Science is still iffy about it. There's some research on it, but there are other beings in the universe that are doing this every day. And like the visitation
Right,
dream of whoever's grandma and my grandma that I've had. They can
right,
visit us, and I believe that fully. You know, they're better at it than we are. We're just dumb little humans.
right. Who are operating in our left brain and at left brain only.
Yeah.
Tifo is asking, Tifo, I have never met the person before. Do you think that she's my soulmate?
Could
Um,
be.
okay, so I have a whole different perspective of soulmate. Um, I believe that on a certain level, we are all soulmates, right? Soulmates, as I understand it, we soulmate is just the person on the other side, a soul on the other side who you two, you three, you 15, you 20 souls have all agreed to come here and help each other out. And we tend to
Hmm.
romanticize the soulmate, but
Yeah. Could
you
be your
know, I
mom, your sister,
right,
your
exactly,
friend, all of them, like a group of
right,
soulmates. Yeah,
right. I mean,
that's
even
true.
what we're
Yeah,
doing, as you know, you and I
100%.
are soulmates, honey. Uh, so yeah, so I have a different perspective. So the person could be, but not necessarily romantic soulmate, right?
For sure. It could be somebody that you will meet in waking life. And I believe
Hmm.
that we meet up with other people in our dream form all the time. People that we don't know in waking life and people that we will know in waking life.
Right,
So it's totally possible. And maybe you'll recognize them when you see them in waking life. And who knows? It could be, you know, it could be your daughter in the future. It could be a friend. It could be
right,
anybody. And that'll be a moment of alignment for you. Like, oh, I connected the dots.
right. And it could be that you'll meet the person and you won't even remember having
Hmm.
that dream. It'll be a deja vu. You'll go, wait, I've seen you before, haven't I? What? And we're trying to figure out
You
where
look
we've seen each
familiar.
other.
Yeah.
Right? You really look familiar. Did you used to go to that school? Did you used to go to
Hmm.
that church? Did you? No, no. Geez, you look so familiar. It could
Yeah,
be that situation,
that's
right?
true.
Because a lot of times we don't remember our dreams, even after we remembered our dreams. Lori said, "Wow, that could legit be something and need help." And yeah, and so she said, going back to the woman who said a face showed up in her dream and told her that he was being held captive by she said they just said they won't let us go. They taught us how to remote view and won't let us go. She said he was Asian, and that's all she remembered because he was really close in her face. So she said she did, you know, she got online. It really startled her as she woke up and got online, and come to find out that there are, I think the Chinese government is in the midst of, you know, not holding people hostage, but have taken people to teach them remote viewing. Um, I can't think of the word, but you know how communist governments are. You gonna
Yeah,
do it,
right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for sure. I think that a lot of countries secretly they've been doing it for
Right.
30 years. They're just now
Yes.
starting to talk about it, but even the, you know, we all know this now, but yeah, they're researching this for many different purposes, probably for spying on enemies or something. But I
Right.
could see that I could see them doing it, like making people do it,
Right.
and maybe
Yeah.
not. Some people may not have the best intentions.
And that's the thing. It's been talked about by people who were spies, who have come
Hmm.
out to say
Yeah.
that they were taught to do this in the 50s,
Hmm.
in the 60s, and they got rid of the program. I think in the early 80s, late 70s is when they ended the program. But yeah, all the countries around the world have used remote viewing for espionage, and so the particular right now, something about the Asian governments are doing it, because as she was talking about it, we were, how Clubhouse is, right? You can start searching online,
Yeah.
and everyone added their comments on what they found online. But yeah, there's something about the Asian governments that are doing that. So we talked about protecting yourself when you go to sleep, because there are people who know how to you know visit you in your dream, or whatever it may be, whatever we want to call it, astro travel. So you do want to protect yourself as you fall off to sleep, and put your prayers up and your protection, and then
Yeah.
release it, no fear.
Yeah, don't hold on to the fear. That's a limiting belief that you're bringing negative things into your dream. You don't need that. And affirmations too. If you're an anxious person, tell yourself positive things. Like I tell myself all the time, I'm divinely protected, I'm happy, and I'm safe. And that helps me when I get scared in a dream. I literally memorize that, and I tell myself that when a dream gets scary, or even when I just, do my night routine. So yeah, give
Right.
yourself a little pep talk. And you
And
can
this is
also call on energies like that, like ancestors or spirit guides. And when you call on them, they will be there to help you.
right. Call your angels. Call on the spirit of God. Get to the
Yeah.
highest power.
Thanks for sharing, Jazz.
And that's the same thing even when it comes to waking life, right? I'm amazed that the dream world and the waking life is really the same thing. So just like when I walk the streets, and I, drive the streets, and I travel in the airplane, and all of that, I'm trusting that I am divinely protected. Yes, things happen, but really ain't nothing happened to me in all these years.
Right.
So,
We're alive, right?
right, you're still alive. And even if something has happened, it still worked out for
Hmm.
good. And so it's the same thing when we find ourselves feeling frightened in our sleep, in our dreams. A lot of people are even afraid to go to sleep because they're scared of their dreams. You just ask for the protection. You recognize that you are protected. Even people who spontaneously astro travel, they're afraid that they're gonna, encounter entities and beings. Pray, cover yourself. Use the white light of protection, whatever method works for you.
Hmm.
And go to sleep and trust,
Yeah.
just like you would do in your regular everyday life. You have to trust.
Yeah, and don't you're not as vulnerable as you think, You're not just in this open,
Right.
vulnerable space where you're like a child out in the wild. Like you can control who you let into your space. Like it's your dream, it's your energy. If you don't let negative people or energies with bad intentions into your dream space, they won't be able to enter, like, period.
Just like in your waking life, you can control who enters
Yep.
your space,
Yep.
right? Lori said, I have a hard time sleeping. My ADHD brain doesn't let me rest in my mind. Yes, I think that is the case for
Hmm.
majority of us.
Yeah.
And so we have to learn meditation practices. I literally have to listen to certain meditations. I use YouTube. There's a guy, Steve G. Jones is his name. He's a clinical hypnotherapist. I listen to him when I find my brain won't shut down, won't settle down. I'm more conscious now of the practices that I have before I fall asleep. Whereas for all the years, as I said, 30 years of raising kids, it was go, 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 collapse in the bed, at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. But now I'm much more conscious because I don't have as many activities and many children, to settle down for an hour, to shut it down, to slowly shut it down, so that when I do lie in the bed, my brain isn't still on fire.
Yeah, that's true. A relaxing night routine makes a big difference. And even if you meditate 1 minute a day, and I started at 1 minute because I am very ADD and I slowly made my way to 10 minutes. Now I meditate for 11 minutes every day. Not by every day I've been doing it for a week, okay? But we're doing our best out here. Like even 1 minute can make a difference, or a relaxing, calming evening routine. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to like the reality checks and those mindfulness moments throughout the day where you just stop to breathe and just be grateful for a second and do a reality check. That can help too. Sometimes we just have to slow ourselves down.
Right. Right. We have to slow ourselves down because there's so much coming at us. And I believe this is done on purpose too. That's keeping our brains on fire and keeping us active. And then we all know, the phone, going to bed at night, scrolling through the phone is keeping our brain activated. And many people have the television on as well, and they're scrolling through the phone. Right. We have all of that activity going on. So we have to be conscious about slowing ourselves down during the day and at night.
Yeah.
Um, Tifo, is it just me that sees static whenever I look, whenever, wherever I look, and the same static when I close my eyes?
Hmm.
I don't see static, but I see something.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what you're describing, so I don't know if it's like a visual impairment thing, but a lot of times when your psychic abilities start to awaken, you'll start to see your visual perceptions will start to play tricks on you and your mental perception too. So it might be that, but hopefully it's nothing like
Maybe
oh,
reading energy, you fit seeing energy.
yeah.
Yeah. I know for me, and that's a really great point. I'm going to go there with you, Amina. And that is, I know for me, there are certain times of the month when I close my eyes, I see things. It's more pronounced than other times of the month. And there was a certain season in my life when I would close my eyes, I could see shadows and things moving, people moving, to the point where it make me open my eyes, be like, did someone just walk past me? And I remember, I mean, that not just in a weird place like, ooh, when I'm at home in the dark. I remember sitting on the airplane and seeing all these people when I closed my eyes, to the point I had to open them. So, it could be psychic energy. It could be, some sort of spiritual gift taking shape, forming, starting, or it hasn't fully developed, or it is developed and that's about as developed as it is, and you have to learn how to read what you're seeing. It could be any
Hmm.
of that.
Yeah.
Interesting, because I just had a conversation with my daughter today. She's 16, and I told her, I need her to start becoming a little more aware of what her spiritual gifts are. I was like, well, you're 16. A lot of times that happens when you're 19, where your spiritual gifts come online. And I told her, I may not be here because, we all are going to live and die one day. But I need you to know right now that when you turn 19, for a lot of people, that's when their spiritual gifts come online. And I need you to be aware of that so that you're not thinking that you're crazy, or,
Hmm.
you start questioning yourself, because unfortunately, our culture doesn't teach us what spiritual gifts are. It doesn't, you may start hearing things because now you can hear, whatever it may be, and they'll tell you that you're crazy and you're psychotic, and, you get medicated and all of that. I need you to be aware that there could be spiritual gifts that are going to shift on, and you need to learn how to use those, so meditating now so that you can slow down your brain so it can pick up. See, when your brain is on fire and now your spiritual gifts is, able to hear angels, able to hear God speak, whatever it may be, and your brain is on fire, it sounds distorted. Um, so yeah, slow your brain down. Learn how to meditate now. Learn how to sit still now. So when things start coming, you can pick up on it and know what it is. Because I spent too many years second guessing, not acknowledging, dismissing my own spiritual gifts. Too many
Yeah,
years.
that's true. She's lucky to have you as a mom to guide her through that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we all should have that,
Hmm.
unfortunately. saw a really great TED talk years ago, where the guy traveled. Um, he traveled a lot of countries in villages and back roads and um, different areas around the world. And what he said he learned is that in the Western culture, what we call schizophrenic and all the the mental labels that we give it, other countries and other cultures of indigenous people, they see that person who's hearing things or seeing things, they see them as someone who needs to be pulled to the side and taught how to use that. They become the shamans and the healers of the tribe or the village of, or the group. Whereas here, we say that they're crazy and we give them medication. Um, yeah, and that's just the the nature of our culture, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's why these types of conversations are important so
Mm-hmm.
that people can know that it's something that they can expand on and that they shouldn't be afraid of.
Lori said, I get visions awake and it happens. I saw my husband's cousin in real life in a coffin. And 2 days later, my mother in law calls to tell us that he passed away. Yeah.
That's definitely a premonition dream.
Well, she got that while she was awake.
Oh, a vision.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, I just posted a podcast episode where we talked about some waking visions, which I think is fascinating. I mean, our consciousness is more than our physical body. Whether we're awake or asleep, we're able
Right.
to do that. And people can do that with meditation and hypnosis and even astral projection. You don't have to be asleep to view things. So you can get visions while fully awake. I've heard it
Right.
happen.
Even when I look at the sky, I see static. When I close my eyes, I see muted colors of red, green, and blue. Yeah. Practice. Hey, Rod Rule. You want to practice? I don't know if you're a practicing meditation person, um, but if not, you want to. You may want to start practicing meditation just so that you can. I know you're using static in quotes, but whatever that is you're seeing, perhaps slow it down so you can see it, or you can hear it, or you can read it. Yeah, do that for yourself. Because we need everyone at this time in history. We need everyone with any type of spiritual gift that can help humanity. We need their gifts to be online. Everybody,
Hmm.
everyone online, operating in it full force without the ego, because that's the other challenge, right? Ooh, I can see. So let me tell you, and then I'm going to charge you extra, extra, because I'm going to get famous. But we need things to help us as humanity to move forward and to stay focused on love. And so that's anyone with any type of gift. We need to acknowledge it and bring it up and bring it out to help us all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So it is 12:35.
Okay.
It's after midnight.
Yeah, we did
We
pretty
started
good.
at 11, even though we struggled trying to get these different platforms going. But let's go ahead and sign out and sign off. I have taken my Blue Lotus, so I'm ready to go to sleep and have some lucid dreams.
Awesome. Okay, we did great. I'm excited. We're going to keep doing this consistently, so we'll figure out the multi streaming thing. Hopefully, when you go tomorrow, you can see why your mic's not working because then we can use StreamYard and Studio and we'll be fine.
Right, right, right,
But
right.
it's been great. I love talking to you always. We always have good combos, so
Yes, 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 yes. All righty. So we are going to do this again on Monday night. Next Monday is when we'll come back.
yes, at
There's
11,
going to be
right?
millions around. 11 o'clock p.m. And if you guys want to comment on our pages about what you want us to talk about regarding dreams, we'll definitely write it down, take it into consideration. In the
Yeah.
meantime, you want to check out Amina's podcast. She has some great interviews on her podcast, which will keep you inspired to stay focused on your dreams and pay attention to your dreams. If you need any help interpreting any of your dreams, I'm always available. You can go on my website and schedule schedule a session with me, and we'll talk about your dreams. Anything else, Amina?
No, that's pretty much it. Oh, well, yes, one more thing. Stay tuned because very soon we will be announcing our next dream retreat.
Yes, the dream retreat. We're going to do that again coming up in April.
Yes, we'll be announcing
So,
it.
so make plans. Let's see, it's 6 a.m. where I need to. Yeah, you need to get some sleep. Where are
Me
you?
too.
It's 6 a.m.
So they're probably on the other side of the world, maybe
Yes.
probably like Europe or something.
UK, yeah, in the UK. And yes, Laura, that's Eastern time, 11 p.m. Eastern time on Monday. And of course, I'll do a video and
Yeah,
remind you
we'll
guys,
remind. Yeah.
if you're not following us, and go ahead and follow, and that way you will get the announcement.
Yes, give us some double taps real quick before we get
And
off.
double tap, yes, 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 because I'm at 1K. Ooh, we need to be at least at 5K.
All right. I'm gonna assume people were listening really intently, and that's why they weren't liking.
Right, right. Double tap. All right. Thank you guys. You guys have a good night. My prayers that everyone who is here now and everyone who was here earlier, that as we go off to sleep tonight, we will rest well. All your sleep and your rest will be multiplied. You will wake up tomorrow morning with complete dream recall. Good night.
Yes. Good night.
Good
Bye.
night. Toodles. Okay, now we have to get off of here. Let's see here. So we go up here. Ooh.
I ended my TikTok.
Mm. Get over there. Bam.
Okay, I'm gonna end the StreamYard.
Okay, you in there.
Okay. Bye. Good night.
Bye. Two.